Okay, I'd love to learn more at a later time about the different, because I don't qualify for the Roth and the all that anymore.
Right. We can talk about that, Matt, next time we're on a call if you want to go through the different options.
Sure, that would be helpful.
Okay. Well, yeah, remind me. We'll go over that. All right, cool. Matt, any other questions you have?
No, but that was super helpful. I needed to hear it. Thank you.
Wait, hold on. Can you tell me what you heard?
What I heard?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was your takeaway or whatever? Just so I feel like I helped you, and I'll leave this call thinking, oh, I messed up. I didn't say anything good to Matt.
Sure. Find a number, think about what you're actually working for and think about yes, you can make more, but also you can create opportunities for other people. And that is something you can strive for. And different kinds of retirement accounts for higher net worth individuals. That was helpful.
Sounds good.
Cool, Matt. All right, let's go. Kevin, what question you have over there?
Thank you, gentlemen. Informative as always. Appreciate you both. My question is that you guys are obviously great at developing systems. How do you guys keep your number twos and number threes loyal to your boat versus going out and becoming captain of their own ship, since they already have all the systems, relatively speaking, down that you guys train them on?
I can answer that from my experience. We always make sure that the opportunity that we present is better than any other opportunity. That yes, they got the systems, but we're constantly growing, we're constantly reinvesting, and they see all that. So could they go do it on their own? Yeah, of course. But they also want to be part of the camaraderie. They want to be part of everything, and we're also exceptionally generous, I think, in the way that we do things. Sometimes we make less because they make more, which is fine. But we also I also treat everybody legitimately how I'd want to be treated. And I always ask myself, would I join this group? And if the answer is yes, we do it. If the answer is no, we're not doing it. And what I learned a long time ago, if let's say I could get $10, I should always take 9 because I want to leave a little on the table. The other person feels great because I want to do another thing with them in the future. And I'm always presenting them with the vision of being part of us and being part of the organization. And it's better to be part of us than not be part of us. And I know for a fact that's the case. And we have so much success within our organization. They see that on a regular basis.
And for some context, so obviously Kevin I talk to all the time. Just had a really good update with him this past week. So he had some turnover with his staff, right? Head instructor decided on a whim to be out. He's leaving. Number 2 left like a week or 2 later. And I know that's never happened to us. We've never had anyone leave. We keep everyone forever. So I can't imagine what that's like. Obviously but it has happened to us many times. So that's, I guess, the context he's coming from. So now he's hired someone who's like from the outside, but also has some overlap in terms of training history. So I guess for him, it's almost like, okay, this is like a hired outside mercenary almost, right? They're not loyal to the country, right? They didn't grow up in the country, grow up under a system. He's like hiring them from the outside, even though there's a little bit of overlap in his specific case. So how do you get those people to be bought into the system or bought into the vision? Homegrown.
Well, first of all, I don't think we're super good at outside people. We have some outside people, but for the most part, it is internal. And I do think that our retention of instructors is remarkably amazing. I think it's one of our best things that we do. How would I get him to stay? Is first of all, I'd have a vision for him of what he can do. And that vision has to be better than anything else he could possibly do in his life. Where when he's telling his friends about okay, if I do this, I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to do this, whether, it's financial, obviously financial's got to be part of it, but also an opportunity to either buy into the business or get a percentage of something or open up another location. I would have a whole vision set up for the person. I might not do the entire vision immediately, but I would make sure that they knew that if they did a great job and we worked well together, we're going to be partners for life. And I would want them to know that pretty quickly. I would also spend a ton of time with them. The best way to relationship with people is to break bread with them. So, we go out to lunch on a regular, and I wouldn't treat them like an employee. I would treat them like a partner. I would treat them like a teammate. I would treat them like I wanted them there forever. I'd be courting them pretty much all the time, training them like crazy. Now, with that all being said, if they're not the right person, they still could leave and it's not my fault. But I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make them feel like a team, that I care about them. And I think everybody wants to be on a winning team and everybody wants to feel cared about. Mm-hmm. And and it's not going to be oh, it's the third Tuesday of the month. We have to go out for pizza. No, we're going to go out for pizza like on a regular basis. Like, you know, because we're going to be out delivering flyers together. We're going to be out at table events. We're going to be doing birthday parties together. You know, we're going to be practicing the script together. We're going to be teaching class and high-fiving together. Like, we're doing things together. We're like, he's part of the team or she's part of the team.
Is that helpful?
I thought of a second unrelated question. I think both of you will
Can
appreciate.
can I make a
Yes, sir.
suggestion? The two people that just left might not have anything to do with you. With me, I would try and like over the next couple of days, really be thinking like, where did that go wrong? Like, what could I have done? Like, you know, like what did they go off and you know, I'm not asking you to answer any of this. I'm just saying like what I would ask. What did they go off and do something better? Like whatever they were doing with, you know, so if the person like moved to Texas with their spouse because their spouse got a super good job and they couldn't take it up and they cried as they left the building, that's one thing. If the person went to do like something else that was like worse or not that great, then you know, then I'd be thinking like, what could I? And I'd only be asking myself not to beat myself up, but to fix this for the next time. Like, you know, I can't do anything about the past, but I can, you know, help the future if I correct my own habits and behaviors. Right? Like I'm the only one. I can only improve myself, so that's what I'd be doing.
Absolutely.